In Affinity 3, how to create a visual effect like this, where you've got raised parts of the design and also flattened parts of the design as well. This is for PC or Mac. And let's just quickly go to the original image. Here's the original image. First step, go to this feature, which is the vector and image trace. But before I do that, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to duplicate this layer, because I might use that and combine that later. So I'm just going to quickly do that before I do any work. So right click and duplicate. Now with this, I'm going to go over here and now vector and image trace. And with this, you get this sort of effect. You can modify the edge. I'm going with 6%, 100%. And this creates loads and loads and loads of vectors or curves. Click apply. Now I'm going to hide this one. That's the background one, which I haven't touched. It's still a pixel layer. This one, however, is all vector design. So let's just expand this out. I'm selecting this, the polylines there, or curves. You go all the way down the bottom, select all of those. And I want to right click and use the rasterize command. And what that does, it rasterizes each individual curve into a pixel layer. So I've got lots and lots of pixel layers. It doesn't take too long to process. And you can see now over here, they're all pixels. Because the next thing is I can apply an entire effect all in one go. And that's via pixel and filters and blur and Gaussian. Now I apply that Gaussian, because they're all pixels, each and every one of those layers will have that effect applied. And it will blur and decrease the size of that pixel layer a bit. So Gaussian. And let's just go for about 6.8, 7, whatever you want, and click apply. And you can see there straight away, you can see you've got a bit of transparency. You can see through to the background. And let's just wait a sec while it processes it. Doesn't take too long normally. Okay, we've got this now. And now what I can do is I can go all the way up here and to the background, right click and rasterize. It's part of a group. All of them will be rasterized. Now, what I can do, I could apply some various effects, I could do other things, manipulate it. But also what I can do, I can now again look at it and think, well, let's just go for another vector and image trace. And this time it will get the areas, sort of this area will just ignore all this transparency. So image trace, and you get this, which I think is quite a nice little effect, a sort of camouflage effect, where in this case, obviously with this image, it's got some lovely sort of gaps between this, which I think you can then manipulate these vectors if you want as well. That's another option. So 6%, 100%, click apply. And again, you got this. And exactly the same as before, you can select all of those curves like that, all selected. And now again, right click and then down to rasterize. And that will rasterize them all into, again, single pixel layers, not combined. And with this, I can now go down here, all these pixel layers, I can go down to effects and just click here and just go for, say, 3D. Let's just go there and set this. You can modify this, maybe 8.6, 7.7. Now you don't have to turn it into pixel layers. You could just keep them as vectors if you wanted to manipulate them later. But I want to combine it with pixel layers. So I'm just going to go with this. And you can see you get this sort of result. And of course, you can vary it in numerous ways. Profiles, you could click here, maybe select a different one, and that will result in a slightly different image. Or maybe go with this one, and that will result in, again, a slightly different image, or maybe change the lighting, also the direction, etc. And I'm going to go with that one. I think that's quite nice. Click close. So with this design, now I'm just going to go up here. And again, I can just go to this one and right click and rasterize. And that just turns it into a single pixel layer. Of course, you could repeat this operation, maybe do it 2 or 3 times, the image trace if you want. So let's just go with rasterize. And now, once it's processed it, again, it takes a few seconds to process. You've got this. And also, you've still got the original image. So you can just go over here and I'm just going to go turn this back on. You can see now as you bring that back in, you get this. So you get a nice combination between the two. And of course, with this, you can go here, normal, go through maybe pigment, darken, multiply, and you just run through it and maybe go with screen or lighten, overlay. Just try different settings, maybe hard mix. I think that creates a lovely pop art sort of unusual effect there. Exclusion, difference. I think that creates quite an interesting effect as well because of the edge. It's a great way of creating an edge in your image. I mean, the edge feature in Affinity is pretty good, and that's in the pixel and filters, but it's not, I think, as good as creating an edge design as this method. So now with this, you can see, get this, exclusion, subtract, go here, divide, hue, saturation, color, luminosity, average, negation, and even this at the bottom, erase, actually results in something that's quite interesting, sort of lovely design like that, which you of course could combine again with maybe layer effects. And let's go here, reflect, and I'm going to go with negation. So you've got this design. Of course, what you can do is combine them together. Simply go here, right click, and you can then say merge visible. So you've still got the original layer, but you've got it now combined. And you can do exactly the same as you've done before. You can always go up here and then go to vector and image trace and do much the same. Where you can see the image trace, that's the result of the image trace. Again, all the same settings, click apply. Then click here, again, go here to polyline, select all of those. Now there's probably a few less, I would imagine now. You can then, again, right click, always remember to rasterize it. So rasterize, and then apply the blurring effect. Takes a few seconds again. Sometimes quicker, sometimes not. Let's go for... And then again, with all those, you can go to pixel, filters, blur, but you could also, of course, I've been using Gaussian. You don't have to use just Gaussian. You could use box, motion blur, radial, zoom. So that might create an interesting design as well. So go with zoom. And now, in this case, it doesn't do it. So always just try it. Just try these things. So pixel, again, filters, blur. Some just don't seem to work with all of the layers. But box, let's go with that one. And that one I think should work. It takes a few seconds processing. Obviously that setting is ridiculously high at 65. So you could just set it to something like 8.2 to create a slightly boxier effect and then click apply. And that again will be applied to all of those layers. Actually, the box blur was very, very slow to actually process all those. So Gaussian probably is one of the better ones to use. But you've got all that applied. Now with those, you can then, of course, if you want, just go down to effects, click there, and then go to 3D again. So select 3D and then change the radius setting. And you can see you get a slightly more unusual effect again, just by changing this. And that will be applied to all of the pixel layers. And then maybe go with outer shadow and just add a little bit of a shadow as well, intensity, etc. And then click close. Then just select the top one again, right click, and then rasterize. So they're all turned into a single pixel layer, and you get something like that. Which of course, what you can also do, I think this jewel-like effect, what you can do, you can combine it maybe with an adjustment. So just go up here to pixel, and then new adjustment layer, and then just go down here, and one of my favourite ones, vibrance. Just go with that. In vibrance, you can just go here and set the vibrance, just modify that, maybe go to about 40. Saturation, 57, just vary it. Just try different settings, maybe less, maybe more. And then once you're happy with your design, just close that and you've got that design. And of course, you've still got these. You can then go through the blend modes again and maybe try different ones, maybe linear burn, overlay, and again, just try them out, run through difference. Again, you've got this lovely edge effect applied, hue, color, luminosity, and so on. Once you're happy with the whole thing, of course, you can always go to merge selected. So right click, top here, and then go to merge visible, and that will merge it all into a single pixel layer, which you can then export and use elsewhere as well. If you've got any questions or thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. Bye.